Okay, so today we're going to build this set here, K-2SO from Star Wars. So we'll have a look inside the box first. Okay, got a few bags. Some stickers. Looks like about 8 bags. So move those ones out the way. 5, 3, 2, and number 3. So, start with bag number 1. A small bag with some of the tinier pieces. Okay, let's have a look. Alright, let's move that up out the way. Okay, get started. So, looks like we're starting with one of the large plates and one of the 1x4 bricks, modified bricks. So it is going to go facing outwards, back in the middle, just one of them. I'm going to grab a couple more of those, and I'm going to put them alongside. Okay, and a couple of 2x6 bricks in the cyan sort of color, but it's azure, I think it's called. They're just going to go alongside behind the 1x4 black bricks. Then step 4, we're going to look at some plates. We've got a couple of grill, 2 of the light grey ones, and a 2x2 light grey tile, and then 2 of the corner tiles, but not the cut-off corner tile. It's going to be the right angle. This 1 and 2. There we go. So it looks like we're putting the 2x2 here, and the corner ones just beside it, and then the grill pieces at the end. Okay, next up is a couple of 1x4 red plates. They're going to go at the ends here and line up to the other pieces, leaving a gap 4 wide there. Okay, step 6, we've got an orange block 1x2 modified brick with a hole in the middle, and we've got one of these blue guys. It's just going to go in that end. Oh, we need another orange one already. Grab that. We're going to put that on the other side. Push it together. Then we're going to grab a 2x4 light grey plate. Put those on. And then a couple of 1x2 bricks. Oh, you can only see one. There it is. I'm going to put those at the end. Okay, and turn the page. Okay, we need 2 2x4 light grey plates. I'm going to put both of them on top. put that to one side, and then we're going to grab a couple of 1x1 modified bricks with the hole in the middle and another one of blue pins, and we're going to put it in again same sort of way. Put that one on there and put it at the end of the piece we just put together. Now we need a 2x3 light grey brick on top, fill the gap. Now we need a couple of brackets, light grey, these ones, and they're going to go facing towards me, both of them, yeah. Okay. And the yellow 1x4 piece, it's looking good. And now we've got to attach it to the top red piece here. Okay, like so. And it looks like we're going to do the same thing again for the other side. So we need a couple of orange bricks. Already missing, oh no, there it is, it's right in front of my face. Another pin. Put that together first. 2x4 plate and a couple of 1x2 bricks. It is invisible, there it is. Okay, and we grab two of the plates again to go on top. It is, there it is. And now we can put the 2x3 brick to the side. Grab two of the red 1x1 modified bricks again. Put that together and it's on this side. And the two brackets again. 1, 2, this time they're going this way towards us again. Yellow 1x4 plate again, and that one's done. It goes on the other side. Okay, got that piece set up. Okay, now step 26, I think we're up to. We've got a couple of these modified plates, 3x4 plates with just the studs in the middle. They're going to fill in these gaps and lock those pieces in. And now we've got a long piece that's a, what is that, 2x10, and one of the modified bricks again, the 1x4. It's going to go the same, looks similar to how we started with the larger plate. This is probably the other side. And two more of those bricks, same side. And now two of the larger bricks, the 2x6 bricks again, behind those guys. And same pattern again with the tiles on top and the grids. Grill, I mean. Where is the other corner piece? There's the 2x2, and there's the corner. Okay, so 2x2 in the middle, corners, and then the grills. And a blue 2x6 going underneath, and then a couple of green ones, 2x2 modified plates. It's going to the side of the blue piece. Then we need a couple of red 1x4s plates and yellow as well. Looks like they're going on top of, oh no, we need some white. Two of these white guys as well, 4 of them actually. So we'll do the sub build first. So it's yellow on top of red, then 2 white at the base. Same for the other one. Okay, now they go over the top of the green pieces. That white 1x1 round plate locks onto the blue plate. And we'll grab 2 more of those modified plates to fill in those gaps. Lock it all together. And yes, as predicted, I'm going to turn this one around and those green ones lock into those pieces there. So it's a big grey block so far. Not looking particularly droid-like, but I'm sure we'll get there. So where are we up to? That was step 35, step 36. We've got a couple of these bridge pieces. In fact, I think this might just be the base. I don't think we're even on the droid yet. So let's put these guys into the middle. Okay, like that. And then we've got a couple of 4x4 tiles to cover up the middle. Just put those on there. Okay, it's looking pretty good. Get around the right way. There we go. Okay, we're going to build 2 of these. Let's put that off to one side. So we need some, spread these out. We need 2x3 plate and a 2x2 modified plate. So it's going this way around. And then another 2x3 underneath it. Looking right, I think so. And now we need 2 more of those modified 2x2 plates. Going to go alongside it, overhanging the edge. And now we need a couple of wedge plates, 4x4, 45-degree angle, go up the sides. And it is, now what is that piece? It's shining. It is one of these guys, so we need 3 of them. He's going on top, I think. It's hard to see with the black. Yeah. And on top of the other plates. So, I hope you can see that angle. And then we've got a plate on top of that, which is 2x6 right on top. So it's leaving a bit of a wedge. So we're actually making our own groove there, like the smaller 1x4 pieces, but we've made one out of a 2x6. So that is on top. Now we've got a couple of corner blocks and one of these brown longer ones just to lock it in behind. And the corners go around there. Giving it a nice edge. And we've got a couple of tiles, 1 tile, 2x3, light grey, and some more of the grill pieces. 4 of those go along the edge. Now, is that the whole piece? No, there's a couple more pieces. 2 of those just to fill in those gaps. We've got 2 corner pieces here and here, 2 corner tiles, and then 2 1x3 tiles to fill in that gap, and that one. Alright, we'll just jump back and make the other one. Same steps, just probably going to use up most of these pieces. We had 3 of these guys. The other one, here it is. So it was this way around. Then we needed the other 2x3. Add these guys on. The side. And then the wedges. And then these plates, modified plates back on top. Oops, my wedge came off, there we go. Then the 2x6 plate on top, black, making that piece again. Brown block, 1x8 and behind the corner pieces. Then the 2x3 tile. And the grid, the grills, keep saying grids. And what was it? Next page. Oops. Corner pieces. And the two 1x3 tiles. Okay, now I've got those two pieces done. Bring the first piece back in. And it is this way around, I think. And we can see if we turn it over, we've got the gaps here where it's going to go. So that just slots underneath nicely. And that side. And then we've got a couple of corner tiles to lock it in. 4 of them. And it looks like that might be the base done. And we've got one leftover piece, one of the 1x1 round white plates. I'll just put that off to one side, but I think that's going to be it. Yep, looks like now we're moving on to the droid, so that's the base done. So I'll put that off up here and grab bag number 2. And again, a little bag inside with all the smaller pieces. Okay, so we're going to start, make sure my book's in the right place. Yep. Okay, looks like we're grabbing a 1x1 yellow plate and a long dark grey, what is that, 1x12 by the looks of it. And we're going to put that right at the end. Then we're grabbing a black 1x8 and a wedge. It's not the 45°, it's this one here, but is that the right way around? Yes, it is. Okay, so it looks like we're putting the black plate underneath dark grey one, and then the wedge at the end of that. Then we've got a modified brick. Don't get that one very often. It's going to go at the end. Yeah, and now we've got a few pieces to add. We've got a 1x1 black plate. It's so hard to see the black. 1x3 black plate wedge, same as the one we already got. And then bracket piece, 1x4 bracket. So the wedge is going to go behind the piece we just put on, locks that in, matches the other wedge. Then this one is 3 down from the start. Then this piece, the bracket goes this way facing me, and the 1x1 plate goes in there. Okay, we need another 1x1 yellow plate and a bracket. One of these guys that way around. Yep, that goes in there. And the yellow one at the end. Okay, I think we're making a leg here from the looks of it. Okay, we need a black 1x2 modified brick with the hole in the middle and another wedge. Where are all the wedges? There it is. Okay, this wedge, the brick is going to go at the end, and then this is going underneath at the end. Yeah, I think so. and yet another wedge. So to find that. Guessing this whole bag might be just the leg, actually, just one of the legs. Probably bag 3. Might be the other leg by the looks of it. Alright, this wedge goes on top. Then we've got a tile. Is that a 1x4? Yeah, looks like it. 1x4. Clips that in. Then we've got an orange modified brick, hole in the middle, 1x2. It's going to go on top of one of these corner plates, which is right in front of me there. It's going to go this way round, and it's going to go at the end there. Is that looking correct? I think so. Just double check so we don't go down the wrong path. Yep. Okay, now we're looking at a longer wedge, 2x6 this time. All the other ones have been 2x4s. And a 1x1 yellow plate, which is going to go on top of the orange brick. And this plate is going to go this way around. Square them up. Another 1x1 yellow plate, one of these modified tile pieces. I think they were called tiles, I can't remember now. It's kind of like a pyramid sort of a shape. Then we've got a bracket, dark grey, 2x1, and a red 1x3 modified brick with 3 holes. So the black piece is going to go on the end of the bracket, red on that part of the bracket, and yellow underneath. And that is going to all sit on the end of the piece we've already got alongside the orange brick. That way around, yep. Then we need another bracket. It is not 2x, not that one, that's the same, there we go. It's 2x4 on that side. And then 2 is that way around. And leaving a slight one hole. 1x1 plate hole is left here at the moment, which I think we're going to fill in next. I'm going to get a 3x3 black wedge. It is going to go, we'll just grab all the pieces, a 1x1 round dark grey plate and rounded tile. It's the wedge, it's not that one, cheese wedge one. It is invisible. It is literally, must be underneath something, or, oh, it's right in front of me, at the front, upside down. Okay, so that one's going to be going into that gap, by the looks of it. Yep. And then we've got the wedge, that way around, and then the plate just goes on the end there. Okay, got there. That step took a long time. Now we're turning it round, so we're putting it up this way. And we've got to grab one of these dark grey, yep, dark grey 1x1 round plate and a rounded end plate, which looks like it is black. Yep, it is. So that piece goes up the top here under that wedge at the bottom, and this piece goes at the end of the corner piece, so flush with that one. Yep. Now this is the top of the foot. I would guess we've got 1x2 bracket here, and we've got the wedge that we saw earlier, and one of those tile pieces again. So it is going this piece first. Going in. Where is that going in? That's interesting that it doesn't slide in. That's looking wrong, actually. I've got that piece wrong there. That's not supposed to be there. I think it's supposed to be on the other side. How did I manage that? When I did that piece. Where is it? Where did it come in? Here it is. Yeah. I think I did that piece around the wrong way. Not concentrating. So I think it was that one. Okay, let's see. That looks better. Yeah, now we've got the space to fit it in. And the wedge. And the tile. Okay, that's better. Back on track. That one's not down. There we go. Okay, 2x2 black tile. Whoops. 2x2 black tile, and it's hard to see the piece that's going to go on top of that, giving us the angle of the top of the foot. So that just clips in there and sits on top of the wedge, giving it a nice angle there. Then we've got another wedge piece and another bracket. Okay, now the back we can see, yeah, that's where I was supposed to do that piece. And this is going to go this way around. And where is the wedge going? Oh, on the front here, this side. There we go. It's giving us probably the inside of the foot, so I'm guessing this is the right leg. Okay, now we've got a 2x2. Oh, maybe not. Maybe this is the outside. It's going to just clip in to those two pieces. And we've got a long wedge. Is it that one? No, it's the wrong one. It is this one. Yeah, 1x4 wedge brick. And this, I think, yep. Let's check that. That goes on the 4 pieces there. That goes on the 2 beside it. Just the back of the foot, the heel. Okay, and then that we grab the stand. That is wrong way around, that way around. So yeah, that is the right leg. Oh, looks like we put it on the stand. Okay, great. We've got a foot and a leg, or at least the bottom of the leg. Okay, put that over there again. Okay, we've still got the next part of the leg, the knee and the thigh, I think, to build now. So we've got a couple of Technic pieces. See, it has a number 2 on it. We can see it's got a number 2 there. They all have a different number depending on the angle. So that's going in the top. Then we've got this cog looking piece. It's going to have the circles at the side. We're going to go through the bottom cross piece that way around. Yep. And the light tan pins is going in that way. And 1x3 axle, and the long red one, which is a 12, length 12, and then a red connector. Red connector is going on the end sideways, and then that one's going through the middle, getting it even, and that's then going through the middle piece all the way through to the end. Okay, another one of the same pieces, same place, same direction, same angle. It's going in the top. And another one of the pins going through this way this time. So we've got one on either side. We've got one of the wheels going on here. I'll line it up. Yeah, so it's got to be sideways in order to line up with the pin at the bottom. It's going to stick out a little bit. And then we've got one on the other side. Same kind of thing. You can see this cut here has to be sideways. If it's not, then the hole here won't line up with the pin. You can see it's right in the middle, so it's got to be that way around. Okay, get that even, assuming that's important. Okay, that's that. Then it's got these pieces to go on the outside. Last little bit of the axle covers those pieces up. Guessing that's probably the knee. Then another couple of the red axles go on the end. Match the other existing ones that we put in. And another pin and another one of those. That one, this is the pin end with the axle at one. And so this black piece is going to go this way around to match up with the red axles. And this is going to go in the middle. Okay, looks like we're putting that to one side. Let's put it up there. And the next part, we've got a plate, black, 2x4, 2x8 I mean. And then one of these quite odd looking pieces, 2x6 with bricks at the end with the axle holes in dark grey, and it's just going straight on top of the other plate. And then 4 of the 1x2 orange bricks, modified bricks with the hole in the middle, so that we get, I'm guessing something's going to go through all of these. Probably the red axle we used earlier. And we've got a couple more black ones, the same as the orange, and then some brackets. 4 of those. So we're just putting them on the outside of the bricks. Twice. And those are going at the end, making a hole all the way through. I'm sure you can possibly, oh yeah, there we go, that's it. Next is a couple of plates, 2x3 plates, black, going on top, locking those ends in. And then one of these long, is it 2x6? Yeah, 2x6 on that side. That's going facing me. Oh, there were 2 of them as well, one on either side, making a brick, large brick, which has studs on 3 other sides, so that we can build up the thigh around it, I imagine. So now we've got a couple of 1x1 round plates to put at the end, at the top. And a couple of 2x3 plates, 1x2 dark grey plates as well. It's just going on the end, giving us a bit of bulk. And now we've got some wedge pieces. We've got not that one, the other way around, that one. And oh no, it's both of them. It just looks funny in the picture because of the angle. So this one is this way around, going right at the end, I think so. Yellow goes into that gap. It's that way around. It's looking about right. We've got 4 of these long sloping bricks with no studs on top. They fill in the rest of the bits. At the sides. Okay, 2x4 tile, one of these 4x4 round shield looking pieces, and then not that piece, this tile modified tile, 2x2 arch kind of tile shape. So the round one goes at the top. Whereabouts do we reckon? Let's put the other pieces on first. Make sure we put it in the right place. There we go. Okay. And then we're turning it upside down. That's what the symbol means. Or back to front, round to round, whatever. And we've got, now we're going to use this 2x3 arch kind of hole plate. I'm going to turn upside down, put this round tile there, the rounded tile. It's going to go up the top, I think right at the top, yep. Okay, and now it's that way around. Now we combine it with the other piece. So I think that's symmetrical, yep, so it doesn't matter. So it's just going to go through two of those and clip into place. There we go. Now we can get our existing leg piece back and make sure we're lining things up properly. Looks like it's just clipping in the top with having everything this way around. Yeah, there we go. Cool, okay. Right leg done. Definitely going to have to zoom out in this camera. Get the whole thing in place, whole thing in shot. Okay, and quite a few extra pieces left with that one. A couple of the 1x1 plates, black and yellow, one of the pins, and two of the round 1x1 tiles. So bag 3, which is going to be the left leg, I'm guessing. Just lost a piece onto the floor. Got it back. Okay, so that's first leg done. Second leg, pretty much going to be a repeat of everything we just did, just slightly reversed. Plates, wedges, wedge at the end, plate filling in the rest. It's 1x8, 1x1 yellow on top of the other one. The bracket that way around, no, wrong way around, that way around, and a 1x3 plate. Where is it? There it is. Behind it. Then the unusual looking brick, this guy at the end, and one of the 1x1 black plates, another wedge piece at the end, and then the other bracket which has the 1x4 side. On one side, there it is, and it's round this way. Make sure we get them round the right way this time. Yep, that's all good. Another brick, 1x2 with the hole, and another wedge. Goes on the end, goes underneath. Then another wedge, 2x4. These are all 2x4 wedges with one line of studs. And 1x4 tile. One by 2 orange brick modified with the hole, and that is going on the corner piece. Black 3x3. It's going this way around. It's going there. At the end, and 1x1 yellow plate, larger wedge, 2x6 wedge going this way round up the main piece, and the plate's just going at the end. You got this plate around the right way, yep. One by one yellow plate, then the tile, bracket, and the red 1x3 modified brick. Put the tile on the outside of the bracket, brick on top of the bracket, and yellow underneath. And this one is going on the end there, part of the foot. Okay, another bracket, 2x4 on one side, and that is going this way around, leaving the gap there for the slope, which is right there. And then the wedge and the 1x1 grey round plate just above it. And another one of those plates, and then the rounded 1x4 plate, flipping the leg up. Round one goes down the bottom, black one goes up by the other wedge. Now we've got the foot we're building out again. This time I managed to get the plate around the right way, which is great. So it's not in the way of this piece. And the wedge, and then the tile is right there. Okay, then we've got that piece and 2x2 tile black, put on top, clip it in again to give us the nice sloping foot, top of the foot. Another wedge, 2x4, and another black bracket up here. And which way round are we? This was the one that goes this way round, the bottom, and then the plate was alongside it, inside of the foot. And then 2x2 round piece there. And then the slopes was this slope and this one for the heel. Back. Okay, that lower leg piece is done. We can slot it into place. Oh, it's nice how they do the color coding. So orange and red, matching the orange and red. That's really good. Didn't notice that before. Okay, now we'll do the upper leg. Red axle to length, and then piece it's going into is here, and the round piece down the bottom, and then the pin, the tan colored pin going in lengthways that way, the long red axle, the short 3 grey, and the connector. Connect went on the end, grey through the middle of the connector, and then through the middle of that round piece there. Then we do the other one. Same thing on top. Hole going sideways with the pin going from the other side. Then we're getting the 2 round wheels, and we're going sideways so it clips onto the pin. Then the 2 outer pieces to give the nice finish of the knee joint. Make sure the axle is pushed in nicely. Yep. And I think that was it for that piece for now. No, it wasn't. We're going to put the other end on. So we've got the 2 red axles to go on the end. The other cog, and then the multiple pin, the axle and the pin end going in the middle. Okay, now that bit's done. Put it up there again. Plate 2x8. brick slash plate piece in the middle. Orange bricks. The holes. Then we need to do the two ends, which was the 4 bracket pieces and the 2 black bricks. Put it at the end. Same for the other one. And a couple of 2x3 black plates to go at the end, lock in those pieces. And the 2 large brackets to go and give us the outside studs. Then 2 yellow 1x1 round plates on the end. Two 2x3 black plates and the 2 1x2 grey, dark grey. And we're going on the end. And this way around next to the yellow. And then the 2 wedges going this way around. That piece at the top. And then the long wedges, what is that? 1x6 going on the outside. This side and then the other one. And that's it for that bit. Next one, a tile along the top. Let's do that one first. Then this guy, the round one. And then flip it over. And we've got the last 2 pieces there. Why is it not lining up? There we go. Okay, now we can click that through, make sure we get it around the right way. That way. Great. Now that goes on the other way so that they're facing, those pieces are facing outwards. Great, that's the lower legs done. Next bag number 4. Okay, looks like it's maybe the middle torso bit. Okay, starting off with a plate, black plate, 2x6 and a wedge. I think it's a grey wedge this time. That way around, yep. And it's just going on the side of the plate. And then we've got the reverse wedge on the other side. Small bracket, one of these little ones, 2 of them. And one of these pieces with the ball joint edge, so that goes off the back, and the brackets go this way around. That. We've got a couple of plates, the azure one and the black one. It's just going on top of the brackets. Top of the other plate. Then one of the hinge joints, light grey, 1x4 or 2x2, depending on the configuration. We need 2 of those. You're going to go at the end here, this way around. Yep. Some bricks with the axle hole in the middle, dark grey. We need a 4th one, there it is. And they're just going along on top of the hinges, locking those in place. And then another plate on top to lock that whole piece, 2x6, and another blue plate to end there. It's probably just a locator one, and a couple of brackets. Not that one, that one, that one on the side, and a couple of slopes. I think they're 1x3 slopes. Two of those guys on the outside, the other side, I presume. Yep. And then smaller slopes, just the 1x2 black just alongside them. And a couple of wedge plates, and they are going on top of each other, and we're flipping upside down, and it's going underneath the hinges on there. Dark grey plate, modified plate with a hole at the top, and looks like an inverted tile. So we're still upside down. The inverted tile is going on top of the other piece, and then it's going that way around. Okay, and we've got we've got a sub build. We've got two 1x1 black plates. We've got a 1x2 plate and a 1x3. We need two of those, and a couple of inverted slopes, 1x2 and black. There's one of them. Where is the other one? There it is. And a bracket, grey. So first we need to put the single plate underneath the 1x3, and then the inverted rounded slopes underneath, then the black plate at the end, the bracket facing me, 1x1 plate, and wait, is that not going on? It's difficult for some reason. And then 1x3 locking that in. Right, yeah, I think so. And that's going into one of those hinge pieces. Okay, we got there. Now we're just doing the same for the other side. So it was two of the 1x1 plates. I can't see it. 1x2 plate, the inverted round, impossible to see ones. Here it is. There's one, and it is. Where is it? I don't know. Yeah, somewhere there it is on its side. Two of the 1x3 plates, one and two. And what are we missing? Bracket. And that's it. So it was that on the middle. Plate. Oh no, sorry, the rounded ones, rounded inverted at the bottom. 1x2 plate, bracket, plate, and plate. Okay, and then that one goes the other hinge. Ooh, with difficulty. There we go. Okay, next bit, we've got some axle action, a 9, length 9, light grey, and then a yellow 7. And we've got some Technic pieces here. We've got two black connectors, one grey and one of the black. There we go. Right, so we're getting the axle, putting a connector on the end, and putting this one all the way down, and this one along there, then the black one, then yellow is going into the end of the connector and going this way around. I think that's quite hard to, there we go. Okay, it lines up that way. And now that's going to go through these two holes. Slowly. Lines up. There we go. Okay, back on track. Now we've got to put one of these pieces to match the other side. It's 1x3 rounded plate with the holes. There it is. It's going to go on all the way, lock it in. And now probably the other side, yep. So it was the grey first. On there. Then the spacer. Then the two black connectors. One for the end and one to go that way. There we go. Okay, then it's a 1x2 black plate and a couple of the pincher ones. Oops. And the black plate goes at the back here, and they go just in front. Claw pieces, rather. And a 2x2 yellow locator plate's going to go there. And then one of these wedge pieces. It's going to go around the sides and line up nicely with the wedges that we put in earlier. So it's looking good. Now we've got a couple of not pins. Got these. We need 2 of those and 2 of the arms. There it is. Just going to go on top twice, and they are going to clip into the claws this way around. And modified brick. It's going to go on top of the yellow locator piece, hiding that. And then we've got this. I think I'll leave the stickers for later. Okay, it's just going to go on the front. There we go, top. And so that was a wedge piece up there, and then 1x1 plate, inverted slope, one of those, and a bracket, 2x1 bracket. There it is, all on black. Plate goes on top of the bracket, and the inverted brick goes this way around. Is that looking right? Yep. And then that is all going to end here, I think. Yep. Probably going to do one on the other side, yes. Same pieces that we need to get. Inverted bracket and plate. So it was plate on top of the bracket and inverted brick this way round. And on the back of the piece we made earlier. There we go. Yep, it's looking about right. Now we've got 2 of the 1x4 plates and bracket black, we need 2 of those. And hinges, a couple of the light grey hinges again. And we are, this one is brackets going that way, and the hinge is going that way, and that is going, oh, I've got it the wrong way around, that's why it looks odd. So that's going to clip here and clip onto the piece we just put on, I think. Going to clip on, yep it is, right, and that's locking it in to position even more. The side, the bracket goes this way round, the hinge goes this way, and opposite side, click into place, there we go. Okay, we need a 1x5 and then a slope. No, we need 4 of those. A half slope kind of piece. A couple of 1x1 plates. A couple of small 1x1 slopes. And 1x2 slopes, 2 of them. Oh, we needed 2 of the 1x5 plates, and then 2 1x3 plates as well. Okay, we're doing this twice, so we've got a long plate, we've got the slope, other slope, other end, got the plate. Nope, no, we've got to put the single plate in there, then the 1x3 plate, then the 2 slope that way, and that one goes that way around. And we'll just build the other one. Same thing. Fill in the gap. Fill in the gap. And the slopes on top. And they're going to go on top facing this way around. Same for that one. Yep. Okay, that's looking good. 1x2 plate is going on top of the hinges. 1x2 slope is going on the front of a bracket. So it is facing upwards, that way around, and just going on the front. Is that leaving a, going on the hinge, or no, it has to be going on the hinge because otherwise the hinges are in the way, so it's just leaving a gap because of the little hinge piece. We can't have a brick there, so it's got a gap. Okay, 2 of the wedge plates, one on top of each other again, and it looks like they slot in neatly in there because the ones down the bottom did the same thing. And 2 of the curved tiles are going to go on this side around this way. Yeah, and then we've got a couple of the tiny little curved pieces to finish off that semicircle quite nicely. And we're going to just do the other side. Oops. There we go. Okay. That's looking correct. And I think we're done. Yeah, so we've got 3 extra pieces, one of the spaces, wedge, and one of those tiles just at the end there, rounded corner tiles. Okay, now this is saying it can click into place this way around. So if we just lie this down, it is saying we can, onto the axles, it should, but interestingly, the axles going to be at different angles. Oh, I see, they can twist. So yeah, nice. So we'll straighten them up. So it's just the lower legs that are at an angle now. Straighten it up, and we should have them just ease gently into place until it clicks slightly. There we go. Okay, so that's just the lower, like the hips basically. Okay, bag 5. So well, that's halfway point now. So we've got bags 5 through 8 to go. Although this bag seems a lot bigger than the other ones. Well, not a lot bigger, a little bit bigger. It's got a lot more small pieces and a lot more colour in this one, so obviously probably a lot of locator pieces, since the outside of it is pretty much just black and dark grey with a little bit of yellow. Okay, so let's just make sure it's still working. Okay, first we need a 1x4 pink, bright pink plate, definitely a locator piece, and then one of these 4x4 plates, dark grey with a hole in the middle. We'll just put that at the edge, and we need 3 more of them. Putting it underneath and on the other side. And we need 2x4 black plates, 2 of those, 2x2 black plates, and 4 black brackets. Not that one, is it that one? No, it's this one. There's 3 and 4. Okay, plate on top of plate. Bracket. Other bracket. And that's it. And that goes at the end this way around. I think. Looking right, yeah. And then same for the other one. At the other end. Okay, and now 1x4 brick with modified brick with the holes in the middle. We need 2 of those, and then some pins. We need 4 of the little red half pins. They're going to go at either end twice. And they are going right at the end of the bit we just added, giving us some studs on the on the top and the sides with these brackets, and now the front as well. So we've got it on 3 sides there. We need grey bracket, just 1 that way around. We're going to put on that side, and we're turning upside down this way, I think. And we need a couple of bricks, yellow bricks with the axle hole. By 2, we need the, not that, yes, there's that piece, and then a couple of axles. So the axles are going in this end, which is not a through hole. So we need 1 on either side. Then the bricks are going onto the axles. So this is going to connect most likely with the ball socket joint that we had in the hips piece we did before. So this is going to go this way around, I think. So we're going to put it that way. Is that looking correct? I think so. And a couple more locator bricks, more brackets. We need 2 this time, and smaller brackets as well. So we are building up. Let's put the locator pieces in here. And then the brackets, we've got 2 the big ones, and then the small ones at the end. Oops. And now we're going to do the end piece, larger bracket, one of those, 2 1x3 offset. So if I get a normal, there's a normal plate. You can see that if I get a 1x3 plate, you can see here's the normal plate, and you can see this modified plate has the studs offset by, so they're in the middle. So it's only got 2 studs. We need 2 of those. Where is the other one? Here it is. And we need 1 semicircle tile. So these 2 go on the front here, and then the semicircle goes at the end. Probably going to be repeating that, I imagine. And that goes now upside down, facing the other way. Okay. Oh, yep, here we go. Straight away, second one, same pieces. And a semicircle. Where was it? Right here. There it is. So this one is the other way around. So we've got plate, semicircle. That is now facing that way, away from us. Okay. Now we need 3 black brackets, smaller ones. There's 1, 2, and wait for it. There it is, 3. Okay, so we need to make sure we get these the right way around. This way around. Yep. Okay, so they line up nicely with all of those existing bracket pieces. Okay, we've got a couple of the lime green 1x6 plates. One of the square 4x4 with the hole in the middle plates from earlier. 2 of the, I forget the name of this colour, but it's like a bluish grey. But I don't think it's called bluish grey because these ones were actually called bluish grey. Dark, or maybe it's the dark one now, I think. Dark grey is the, no, it's black, 1x4. Is that everything? Yeah, that's everything. The green is going across the top, and then the black underneath, other green on the other side, and the blue in the middle. Slate, I think it might be called slate grey. No, I can't remember. And now this is going upside down into that piece, I think, slotting in there on top of the other pieces we've put in. Yep, looks about right. Could just see a bit of green peeping out through there. Okay, and then we've got these modified bricks. Well, we've got one of them. Where's the other one? There it is. Now these are going, have we still got it? No, we're turning it around again. And we're putting it this way around. And then 2 of the 2x3 black plates and an orange, bright orange tile, 1x4. They are going down the bottom next to the pieces we just put on, and the orange up the top. That's actually a dark orange, that's bright orange. And 2 of the 1x2 azure, I think it is, plates. 2 yellow bricks with axle holes, and then 2 of the modified plates with the rounded end, 1x2, the black. Okay, plate, then black plate, then brick, plate, black plate, brick. And these guys are just going, did I do those the wrong way around? Yeah, I did. We actually flipped it upside down. Didn't notice that. So I flipped it round the right way, but not the position. Should have been looking for the pink locator bricks. That's why they got so many locator bricks. And it failed me. Okay, let's start that one again. Back to step 181. Those are this way round. There we go, back on track. Orange is that way up. Looking at the pink. Okay, now we need these ones on top. Now it's making sense again because these go on the black. And we've got the pink side. Okay, and we need 2 of the 1x1 blue bricks with the holes. A couple of round plates, 1x1s. A couple of black pins. And a couple of grey, dark grey brackets. So the first one is white on top of blue, and then bracket and pin that way, and that is going this way around. Yep, white on top of blue, bracket and pin, and that is that way around. Okay, 1x3 black plate. We need 2 of them. They are going to lock in those brackets. And a couple of bricks that are red with 2 holes. And a couple of wedges. How many do we need? We need 1x1 plates, 1x1 wedges in black, a couple more black pins, and the grey brackets. There's 1, there's 2. We get a brick, get a pin in. Oh, I've got the slopes. Where are the slopes? Oh no, it looks like it was the slope pieces, but it's because it's a slope and then a plate next to it. Go, and then the bracket on that side. That's that side, which is going here. And then the reverse pin, slope, plate, bracket. Did I put the bracket the right way around? Yeah, I did. Okay, we're still looking good. I think so. Now, 2x6 plate going at the top, leaving the top of the brackets visible. Then a couple of these blue 1x5 bricks. They're just going, we're turning it around. That's why it was looking funny. So we turn it around. Now we've got to try and click it into place. One on that side and one on the other side. Okay, a couple of red pieces and the transparent 1x1 round brick. So the red goes onto the pink in the middle, going across from each other and lining up with the yellow brick axle holes, and then the yellow piece just goes there. Now we need a brick, blue brick, and a couple of orange ones. Orange is going next to the transparent, transparent on pink, blue next to orange. Okay, 2 1x2 azure to go on top of those guys. Then a couple of rounded slopes, 1x2 black and a couple of red ones. And oh no, they're not normal slopes, they're little roof slopes, apex ones. Black ones go here, red next to it, black and red. Don't use those ones very often. And then pink, 1x4, and 4 of the modified plates with the offset studs. And where is this one? There it is. So let's just check. We're still looking at it the right direction. We are putting the pink one here, and then this is clipping into place there next to each other. Okay, now these pieces, I don't think I've ever used these pieces before. They have the clips on them. It's a dual clip with a stud in the middle, so it's a 1x3 plate plus the clips. They're going down the front, so that's why we need the offset ones, I'm guessing, because this is offset into the, it's not aligned with the other studs. And we've got a plate, dark grey, 1x2, and a couple of the 1x2 wedges in light grey. So that plate goes down the middle to lock them in between the claws, and that goes on the outside. Then a very unusual piece. Definitely never had this before. It's a round, it's a brick, it's a 2/3 size brick, but it's round at the back. It's modified, as in it's got the stud at the front as well. We need 2 of those, and 2 rounded slope pieces. So the rounded slopes going in front of the pink, and then these are going this way up, getting it straight. Interesting, nice little detail. Not sure what's going to be visible. Got a tan jumper plate, again with the stud. These have them in the middle as opposed to 2. And then the rounded black plates, we need just 1 of those. So the black plate goes on top of the grey, the tan one goes on top of that one. It's all lining up. And 1 more of the offset dark grey plates that is invisible to me. I'm not seeing it at all. Did I use one in the wrong place? Is it still in the bag? Yes, it's still in the bag. Classic. Always got to check the bag. Goes on the front. And the slate grey or slate blue, and 1 of these modified plates, 1x4 but with no studs in the middle. It's going on the back piece. Oh, we're doing a whole sub build at the moment. Let's put that off to one side. Then 2 of these dirty orange ones. I'm sure it's not called dirty orange, but I can't remember what it is called. And they get the bottom, another 1 of the grey pieces on top. 2 orange bricks with the axles holes pointing outwards. Then a bracket and a rounded brick plate. Brackets going at the back. Plates going on the grey pieces. 2 blue, 1 sure to going that way with the hole facing outwards. Plate on the black one. Then bracket and ball and socket joint. That is going on top this way round. And we're doing a sub build, and we've got Jour going this way, 2 brackets black going this way round, and a grey modified brick, and 2 of the white 2/3 bricks like the red ones. They're going underneath the flat side facing this way, and then they are facing that way around, yep. And then coming back to this build, it is going this way around, I think. See if that looks right. White at the back, ball socket, yep. And then there's a tile. It's supposed to have a, oh, it does, it's not a sticker, it's already a painted tile. That is, oh, I put it the wrong way around. Got to get it the right way around. That way. Good. Sub builds need 2 1x4 plates, a couple of rounded slope pieces, inverted slopes, and 1x2 black tile, which goes on the middle of the plate. And the rounded slopes go at the end. The other plate goes underneath those. That one. Oops. And turn it upside down, and these guys go that way around. Okay, so that is that way around, I think, going there. I think so. Yep, that's about right. And the 2 sides now, so we've got a 1x1 plate, 2x2 plate, 1x2 plate, 1x3 plate, and a bracket. Bracket on the plate. 1x3 plate on the side of the bracket. And that goes in the middle, and then that goes underneath. Yeah, and then that's going on the side. That way around, I think, yeah. And again, we need all those pieces. And bracket, plate, 1x3 plate, 1x1, 1x2, and that is going that way around. Okay, that's looking correct. Almost at the end of this one, we've got an axle with the flattened end. It's a 4, and a brown one that's a 5. Grey one is going, which way round is it? This way round. Oh, I see. We've got to go back to the old piece. So the grey one, that kind of slots in there. The grey one's going through here, I think. Yep. And then the brown one is going through down here. Okay. Sweet. Okay, we're carrying on with that piece though. Bag 6, we had quite a few leftover pieces there. Pin, 2 pins, one of those slope pieces, and tile and a plate. Bag 6, 3 to go. Now this one's got 2 sub bags in it, small pieces. Make sure we get everything. Okay. Try and spread it out a bit more. Right, so we need 2x3 dark grey plate. We need 2 of those, and we need a couple of 2x2. No, we need 4 slopes in black, 2x2, and 1 more. Where is it? It is hiding somewhere right in front of me. There it is. Upside down, classic rounded slope trick for hiding, and 2 of the just 1x2 flat tiles in black. Okay, rounded. Let's just put this over there. Rounded on the plate, and one on the other side with a tile in between. 2 of those. Make sure we get it the right way round. It's this way, and they're just going on just in the middle, I assume. Well, just at the end, actually. Assume it's going to be flush that way round. Yep, that looks right. So it's actually, the studs are lining up to be at the end of the 2x3 grey plate, so that it's flush around this corner here, I assume. Okay, next sub build, we need 1x2 black tile. That's got a sticker supposed to go on it, and a 1x2 plate, and a slope that is it this way around? Yep, 2x3 slope and a 2x2 slope as well in black. That is not it. It is another one that's hard to find. There it is. No, that's the wrong way around. It's this one. Okay, got that one. And then a piece that is looking a bit... Oh, it's this one. Okay, it's just on a different angle than I was expecting. So this is tile goes on the plate in the right location. Then we get the small wedge. We get this piece that way around, and then this wedge that way around. Alright, so this is one of the pieces going into that clip that we made at the front. Nice. That's really well designed. Okay, we're going to do the other side. 1x2 plate, the slope from the other way. Oh, another one. And that's the grey piece we need. The largest slope. Where is the largest slope? There it is. And what am I missing? The tile. Yeah. Tile on the plate, slope. Piece underneath is going that way. And then slope. Yep. And then click it on. Okay. It's looking good. Still going though. We've got one 2x3 tile with a sticker going on the front of that, and that's just covering up that gap there. Great. Okay. Now we are doing two 1x4 light grey plates, one on top of each other, and a bracket. Bracket, where are you, bracket? There you are. And a couple of slopes. I had one earlier, and there is the other guy. I am not seeing the slope again. No, here it is. That way. That way, whoops. Yep, looks good. And inverted slopes, 45-degree angle ones. They are going out the back, out that way. And a yellow piece, bracket. Oh, put that on properly. Yellow bracket's going forward. Then 2x2 black plate on the front of it. Lock them in. And we need one of those and two bricks. Modified bricks. Black. This is going on top of the yellow this way around, and then the bricks facing towards me. Yep. 1x1 black plate, two of those, and two 1x2 black slopes. Where are you? There you are. Put the plate on the slope, and that's going to go on the front plate on the underside of there, and that one. And a tile with a rounded edge is just going on top there, or on front. And now we've got another 2x2 plate with a black 1x2 tile on the front. There it is. And it's going to go on the top. And now we've got a couple of smaller pieces. These and the little handle ones. That's not it. That's not it. That is it. So we're clipping these onto the top. Oh, it's actually quite difficult to do. There we go. And they are going at an angle, 45-degree angle that way around. Nice little finishing features, I imagine. And then we're back to our main piece, and this is just slotting in here, I think. Yeah, nice. Okay, a couple of slopes, 1x1 black, going up the top here, facing that way, away from us. Does that look right? I think so. And 1x1 plate, a brick, modified brick, and a slope piece. Is it that way around? Yep. Plate goes on the front of the brick. This is going there. And now this is on this side. So is it like that? Coming down to the handle? Yep, it is lining up. Same thing again. We need the slope, the brick, and the plate. Plate goes on front of the brick. Slope goes on top here. And around that way. Side. Slots in perfectly as expected. Okay, that's fitting together really nicely. And a couple of the 1x3 brick slope type shape. They're going down the bottom. Finish off that sloping piece, giving it a nice curve there in the front. And we've got this round rubbery piece which is just going to slot in there. It's just loosely sitting there for now, but it'll be locked in when something clips in here. And then we've got a 1x2 wedge, rounded wedge going up the top, and then we're turning it round so we can see the orange piece, and we're putting a 2x6 tile along the bottom, and something just came off. Pushed it on, wedges. Okay, that's on. And a 4x4 modified plate with its 3/4 of it is tile, and then one row of studs, and it's supposed to have a sticker on there too. And that's going to cover up that piece. Okay, and a couple of dark grey brackets, a couple of slopes, slope, and one more bracket. Where are you, bracket? You are hiding right in front of me. Is this definitely 2? Yeah, it's definitely 2. It is over here, way on the side. Okay, we are attaching the slope that way round to the front of it twice. That way round, front, yeah. then we are lining it up with the studs of the piece we just put on and hiding pieces behind it. That plate just came off again. That is annoying. Not fitting on tightly. And then we've got a longer slope piece, 2x4, which is covering up those pieces there, those studs. Okay, now we've got 1x4 slope, need 2 of them, and a couple of grey 1x2 plates, and it's just going on the middle, just a bit more finishing on the outside, but they're going up the top here and leaving a gap of 1 stud at the bottom. Yep. Now we've got a couple of these tiny little quarter circle tiles in black and 2 black small brackets. So the one, let's get it the right way around. We're on the front and we're going this way for the side. No, I went the wrong way. No, it's the right way. Play. That's the 3rd time. That's 3 strikes, you're out. It is this way around and it is that way. That way around, yep, and then flip it so that it's that way. That's good. Okay, next piece is 4 1x1 black plates, 4 slopes. Is that dark grey or black? Black. And one of these kind of bridge looking pieces, or 2 of those actually. So with it this way around, we've got the plates on the middle ones. And then the slopes at the ends. I'm going to do that twice. And now these are going to go over the top of grey ones. That's why we left that gap. Oh, that one wasn't on properly. Oops. Go over the top, which is a really nice effect where we're getting the grey underneath, but then we're getting these nice sort of flare out pieces of the bridge. That's looking good. Couple of standard black 1x2 wedges. Is it 2 of them? Yes, it is. Where's it? There in the middle. And this is going up top here on this 1 stud, just covering in those blue pieces we can see. We're still obviously going to have some stuff at the side here to cover all of this colour, and we need 2 the 1x1 black plates. No, just 1 of them actually, and then 2 aerials. So put 1 aerial on 1, and that is going here, and then this aerial is going beside it. Try and get them to be straight. I think they're supposed to be straight, yep. Both up, and then we've got this unusual piece. Modified plate, the hole in the middle. And we are just putting that beside them. But then we're getting 2 of these other unusual pieces, which are little handle type things. They're going vertical as well. Really nice little details for a droid. Okay, and looks like we're moving on to a sub build. So let's put that over there. And we need round plate. It is a 6x6 light grey, 2x2 on no, not on top, underneath. And a black semicircle also underneath one side. And then we've got a few pieces here. We've got one wedge, one rounded plate, and one round. And they are going wedge in here, rounded piece here, and plate here. All right, I think so. And then we need a slope and a black bracket. Slope's going on a bracket that way, and that is clipping out the side. I'm turning it over and pointing it this way, straightening that up. Then we need 4 1x2 grey plates and another black circle. Black one in the middle, or round plate, sorry, 2x2 black round plate, and those go around the edge. Back, we need some grey, dark grey slopes, 1x2s, 4 of them. They go on top of the plates we just put on. Oops, and that guy. And then one of the black kind of wheel-like 4x4 round plates is just going on top of the existing black one. So it needed that spacer because of the edge. Then we've got some small little slopes and little claw pieces. And we're putting the slopes on the claws, going outwards that way. And then they're clipping on the side like that, I think. So just round the gaps. Okay, that looks good. And I'm guessing we're doing 2 of these. Yeah, we are. Enough pieces for it. These must be maybe the arm sockets. We need a wheel and a yellow rubbery piece axle. It's 5 length, brown, and then a ball joint piece. So it is ball going onto the axle. I can get it right way around. There we go. And then the wheel. Oh, we're going to put the rubber outer onto the wheel. And then slide the axle through. And then it's going to go through the middle. Oops, something went off. So push that back on. Put it back in. There we go. Okay, and that's going to clip in again, matching up some nice color coding here. So which way round? We need it pointing. This is definitely the right side. Yep. And it is pointing. This is pointing up, and it's going to go on there. So that's going to hide all those pieces. So now we can't see all of the locator pieces. That looks really, really good. And it's a nice pop of yellow actually around the edge there of the shoulder. So I'm guessing we're going to do the other side. Yep. Same thing that we just did. Same kind of pieces that we need. Now slightly different or reversed location. That was there. That is that way round. Plate is in that part. We need the bracket and the slope. Slope goes on the front, facing that way, and clips into place. Turn it over. Black in the middle. Plates around the edge. Slopes on the plates. And then we need the 4 smaller slopes and the claw. 4 pieces, and the slopes are facing away. And we need the wheel to clip onto. Didn't get them very straight. Clip it on. Okay, and it was, oh, that's that page done. Now it was the axle with the piece in the middle. And then put the rubber outer wheel onto the inner. Put it on, put it through all the way, and then just goes through there. Just got to line it up so I don't knock the piece off like I did last time. There we go. And we'll look at the other side. We want this piece to be facing upwards and clips in perfectly. Okay, that can now ready to be attached to the main body. I'm going to put this piece back on and hope that it stays on this time. And we'll grip the main legs. So now, remember we did the ball joint, or the socket rather, right at the start. And we have the ball joint ready to go into it. So now, make sure I've got it the right way around. Yep, it should click in. There we go. Okay, that's a good range of motion left and right. That's pretty cool. Okay, that is currently looking like a armless Ed 209, but is going to turn into a actual K-2SO at some point soon. Okay, so bag number 7. Oh, we had a few extra pieces, extra aerial, handle, all those pieces, and 1 slope. Okay, bag 7, 2 bags to go. Almost done. And spread them out. Okay, so bag 7, we need one of these guys and a 2x3 black plate on top. Is it going at the front? Yep. Okay, then we need the socket, the other side, and we're doing 2 of these. These must be the arms. So next is 1x2 tile. Well, if we're doing 2, yeah, let's do them both together. So it's just got to come back anyway and do the same thing as well. So it was on the front, the other side back. Now we've got 1x2 tile, and where's the other one? There it is, and one of the offset 1x3 plates again. We need 2 each of those. Okay, so they are going along the length, tile at the end on the grey piece. And we need a 1x2 plate, black. It's going across the top at the front. Then we need a, which piece is it? Is that connector? Yeah, it's one of these pieces. 2 of those. 2 blue pins and 2 of these guys. No memory of what these guys are called. So first we want that to click into place here. We want it straight. I think we do. Oh no, we can. So it does move. It's just very stiff and clickable. Okay, we'll make them straight for now, and then the blue pin is going long pin way into, yeah, all the way in to there, and it is going this way round. So does that look right, or that way? I think it's got the fins upwards, so it's this way, I believe. It's that way round. Then we've got a sub build. For the sub build, a couple of normal black pins, yeah, normal black pins, and the cylinders. So it's the spokes end. It's rolling away. Then we need 2 more of those. Now the long axle pins combo, and it is, so we're putting this on here, and then pin end in. And pin end, no, this way around. Want the spokes facing outwards. Yep, that's right. Then we've got these different cylinders again, and connectors. So cylinders go on here, and then the connector goes on the outside. And then we've got a little tow bar piece at the end. Both of them. The arms, 4 arms I'm guessing. And these just now click into place in here. Yeah. Okay, and it wants us to join these to the main body. So try and get this into shot. There we go. So this is clicking into the ball piece that we put it on earlier. Oh. Trying to do it without knocking any other pieces off. Okay, there's some of the arms, but no hands yet. So next is some shoulder work. Oh, okay, we're gonna have to bring it in down here without knocking anything over. There we go. Okay, we need a slope, 1x1 slope and 1x2 slope, and bracket. So I'm going to go sideways. Hopefully that's visible. I might, no, I think I'm going to. So the bracket, oh, we're going to put pieces on the bracket. So bracket, 1x2 facing upwards. And that one's next to it there. And it is going next to that piece up there. And then same for the other side, slope, bracket, slope, but the other way around. So end and end that side, then going there. Looking right? Yeah, I think so. And then, is that an inverted? No, it's just a normal 2x2 tile on the bottom there. And then we would have another sticker, Empire sticker, on the top, like so. Is that right? Oh, no, needed a plate underneath it. There we go. Oops. Okay, and then over the top we have a couple of these slopes. So they're going sideways. There we go. That one's going to fit on that way around. Should fit on. Just have to check the angle. Yep, fits together nicely. There we go. Okay, so now I've got to do the other side. Slopes, we need brackets, bracket, slopes, and slopes. Let's just bring it up there. Okay, so we need it facing up, and that is that way around. And then the other side, facing up, and this way around. Okay, we need the tile on the bottom again, and the round plate would be putting a sticker onto that piece, and then the two slopes again coming on sideways. I can show that there and there. It's giving us the top of the shoulders. Okay, and I just jumped, I did that piece, and I did that piece as well. Okay, now we're doing the hands. Let's move that out the way again. So presumably that's all the pieces we have here. So we've got the grey, we've got the inverted. We're going to put the grey onto the inverted. Then we've got one of these pieces. And then we've got a tile, corner tile going that way. And one of the round little pieces. And then 4 of these finger pieces. No, 3 it'll be. 3 or 4? How many does it say? 4, it is 4. So 1, we must be able to fit 2 onto this middle piece. Really? I don't think so. Oh no, it's the thumb. So no, it's 3. So there. So we just line them up nicely. And then, that's what that piece is for. Which way round is it? That way. Goes on that way. If I can push it on. There we go. So, and then that would have a sticker on top there as well. So that's the right hand. So if we should be able to just click that on to the tow bar ball. And we'll make the left hand. Same thing. Grey on top of the inverted tile. This bar piece goes on the other side. Corner tile that way round. Circle piece there. And then the fingers. Try to get that middle finger in the middle. Close enough. There we go. And then thumb. And a spare slope. And now we'll just put that left hand on. Okay. Left hand done. So done the base, legs, hips, torso, arms, and now just the hands as well. So it's just the head to go, I think. So it's the last bag. Okay. All right, bag 8. So we're going to start off with a 4x4 black round plate, and then a couple of these little handles. And we're going to put them underneath one end in a line. Oh, put it in the wrong place. There we go. And now a black slope and a black bracket, which is what is with these brackets? Always hiding. Here it is. Let's go, and we need one of the tile slope pyramid tile pieces that I've got to look up the name for. It is another one that just does not want to be found today. There it is. Oh, it's actually it's dark grey, I think, rather than it's dark grey, that one. So that is bracket front slope is going upwards, tile on top, and that is going over the top of the handles? Looks like it's hard to see. I think I can just see it. And then we've got an anchor piece here for a hinge, and then 3 of the rounded 1x2 plates in black. They're going around the edge. And a couple of what are these, wedge tiles? I think you'd call them wedge tiles. We need ones that are opposite. Yep. So these are going this way around to finish off the circle and match the circle. Then we've got a 1x2 jumper plate in black and a semicircle jumper plate. That is not common. Let's go in there, and then 2 of these pieces. Where is it? There it is. They are going on the ends and angling in. That looks like it. And now we've got a sub build to do. Modified brick with studs on each side, on 2 sides, plus the top, and then just one of those 1x1 tile in black, 1x1 cylinder, another one of the wedges. Is it this one? No, it's the other way around. This one. Grey bracket, white pin. I think I got everything. Brick, and then the tile on that side. bracket on top pointing that way. Wedge going up from there. Excuse me. And then the pin coming out from that's not going to work. Oh, it's going underneath, turning over that way around. Pin underneath, cylinder around. Yeah, I think that's it. Now we're turning it on its side, and we're turning that upside down, and we've got stud to go into there. I think that's in the right position because it's saying to go into that one. So it's actually going not into the usual place the stud goes, I don't think. I think it's saying put it into the circle part. We'll find out soon if that's the right place or not. Now we need a 1x1 black tile and a grey 1x1 brick and the green brick, which has studs on opposing sides. Brick on top, tile on top, and then this is going beside this into the middle hole, I think. So yeah, I think it is right that where the other one's gone. And then we need to do the other side. So it was tile, cylinder, wedge, pin, brick up there, and bracket, brick, tile, bracket, wedge, turn it over, pin, cylinder, turn it over, and put in place. There we go. So it has a little bit of movement, which may stay, I guess. That's his eyes. Okay, almost done. We've got a pink locator brick, which is brain colored, I guess, which is cool. And 1x2 plates, 2 of them. Got the semicircular quadrants for the kind of the head chrome, the dome. I mean, not chrome, and a couple of slope pieces in the mid section, and 2 of the little clips, and I think that's it. So on the brick, we're putting these around the edge, right way around, and then the slopes. Making the dome, and we're turning upside down, and we're putting a little clip into the pink brick that way round, and that one next to it. Oh, pinging away. Go in there. Then the plates going behind that. And now it's clicking into place this way around, I think, yep, and then it's this way around. So that's why it's going to click onto these. So let's just straighten this up. Okay, clicks into place nicely. All right, and yeah, that has kind of locked it all together pretty well. Oh, very well. Okay, now we need a grill, dark grey. That is going upside down. It's going there. It's kind of his mouth, I'm guessing. We need a red axle, ball, and connector. Connector goes on the end, and whoop, and ball goes on the end. And that is going onto the hinge joint we added earlier. There you go, it's symmetrical, so it's going that way. That's the neck. And oh, that is that bit done. So now we just got to click. So yeah, let's go. I think that might actually be the main model done, and then the other pieces are extra. So we can see we've got the socket here. There's that round ring that we weren't sure, but it's actually locked in place quite well by the slope above it. And so we'll put the head in place, and that is looking really good. Good articulation on the neck. That's really good. Oh, I just pulled it off. So that where it joins there, not a lot of movement, so it's just at the base of the neck. Let's put it back over there, and we'll see these last little bits. See what this is. That's a long plate. It is, what is that? 6, 14, 6, 12, 16, 2 by 16. We've got a connector at the end here going there. We've got a couple of long 1 by 8 and 1 by 2 tiles. And then we've got a couple more of those. Another connector, modified plate. So we've got the connector that way around. Oh, I did this one around the wrong way. That way around. Tile, plate, and tile. Those are just for the sign and the minifig. Then we're putting this. We're putting 2 of these guys down the bottom. The plaque. That is clicking into those guys. And then the little mini K-2SO. The legs, right way around. Way. And the little mini arms, isn't just the normal arms. That's a straight arm. That one. Oh. Right way around, yes. And I think that might be us done, yeah. Just goes on that a little bit. Yeah. Okay, so quite a few extra pieces in that last bag. Those missing pieces now. I've just got to try and get it in. I think that was all. Yep, that's all done. So if the plug, it goes back there. And not sure if that will come into shot, but not all that. Can't go far enough back. There we go. Oops. All right, so there it is. It is a little bit posable with some of the joints, which is quite good. Oh yeah, and then the plaque too with a little mini guy. Maybe if I get further back. Oh, there we go. I can't do it. Just. Put the plaque in there. All right, there we go. That one's done. Thanks for joining me. Let me know if you want to see another one.